Have you ever noticed when you're talking to somebody you should know but don't? At a cocktail party, say, and you try to lead the conversation to remind you who they are, who you're talking to. They won't do it. They will not let you go there. Case in point, I was at this party once. Oh no, actually, I was giving it, and I was being a good host, introducing people to each other and putting types together I thought would be good for one another, and sometimes just a hoot, plain wrong. And I had been at it for a while. It was a big party, and I was a little groggy, I guess. And there was this tall, older woman. She was standing next to me. She'd wandered over from another group, and two dykes came up. Neither one lipstick, neither one diesel, real, centered ladies. And they were Joe and Lou. Good, simple, non-specific names. None of this Josephine and Lucille shit. So I did my host routine, and I turned to introduce them to the older woman standing next to me. And, I looked at her. And I knew she was familiar. But I could not, for the life of me, remember who she was. And I said, Joe, Lou, ta-da! This is, and Joe laughed and said, we know your mother, dear. Fall through the floor. Did you ever do that? Well, I suppose that was the worst so far, but I am looking forward with a kind of dread. Fascinating dread, Well, after Joe and Lou had chucked off, Mother looked at me a bit strangely, and she said, you didn't know who I was, did you? Oh, come on, Ma, I said, hearty guffaw. No, you didn't, she said. Just the fringiest little bit sad. Walked away. Well, didn't change anything between us, but I think it's the first time I realized we were both adults. She died a few years later. No, not from that. Nobody dies from not being remembered. From being forgotten, quite possibly, yes, but not from not being remembered. Or is it the same thing?